live, okay? Everybody on YouTube, you got to wait for a minute. Don't worry, we'll be there in a second.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube, just hang tight. Facebook is always behind, as
Always
normal.
pushing to go live here. Let's see what happens. Are we going to go starting live? Video starting. Come on, computer, you can do it.
And five,
And
four,
we are
three,
here.
two.
863 Sports Buzz is here. I'm Marshentime. That's Donnie Mac. And we got our special basketball guru in the house.
There he is.
Donnie Mac, would you like
me?
to introduce our special guest today?
That is our special guest, Alkaline Battery. He goes by the handle of Who Me on Discord. Go check him out. Kick it around because he is our basketball guru. We brought him in for a reason. He is on the inside of this program. He thinks he knows what's going on. Alkaline Battery, Who Me. Bring the energy, brother. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling toasty.
Feeling toasty. He's a toasty dog now. He's a toasty dog.
Toasty something, man. We're going to leave it at that.
So it is actually a pretty exciting time of the year right now because we're getting into the playoffs. We got a few teams with 3 games left. We got a few teams with 2 games left, and we are talking NBA, obviously. We've got the play-in tournament set up, pretty much set up, ready to roll. Marshentime, Who Me, what are you guys thinking as far as these playoff seedings go, man? We want to talk about power rankings now?
Of course, man. We got to do who's going to win these championships. Who we believe is going to be our top 5, each of us. We're going to have to break it down by each of us, man. Top 5 teams who could win the championship this year. I mean, obviously, Donnie Max is not going to be right, guys, so don't listen to anything Donnie Max says.
We start off with the West.
Start off with the West? Let's do it, man. Let's do the West.
Start off with the West.
Are you going to jump right into the meat and potatoes?
Right in, man.
Right now.
Right in. I mean, to be fair, the West is the more interesting one. There's a lot of teams that could break it down. So, hey, Alkaline says he wants to start it off, man. Let's let him start it off. Give me your number.
There's only two clear favorites right here.
Let's bring the energy, man.
It's the Nuggets and the Clippers. I feel like those are really the only two that got it.
That's it, man. You're throwing OKC under the bus. You're throwing
they're
under the bus.
They're too young for me. They're too young for me. They don't got the experience just yet.
I will tell you this here. I'm going to interrupt real quick. You know, that's LA Clippers have already been decided. They are playing the Dallas Mavericks in the first round. And Marshentime, I will point this out. A month ago, I labeled the Dallas Mavericks as soon as they got Daniel Gafford and co. as the most dangerous sleeper team in the West.
They are the most dangerous team, dude.
That's scary. Now, let me throw this on top of you there, Alkaline, because I don't know if you know this or not, but it's big news. James Harden, Michael Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, the whole starting 3, your big 4 over there, they're hurt. They're hurt, and Kawhi Leonard is the biggest key there. He's got a knee injury. They have no clue what's going on, and they're not disclosing it. What are you expecting from that? Do you have any feelings like, because Kawhi and his knee injuries, dude, that scares me.
Yeah, a repeat of every other year that's been going on with him.
Yeah. I mean, if James Harden, he's got some, I don't know what it was. He had some swelling in his foot, I believe. Westbrook had a hand problem. Do you think the other big 3 can carry him without Kawhi? Because Kawhi is a huge
Kawhi is the team. Kawhi definitely is the team for them. But if he comes back healthy, or not even healthy, because you can't really rely on Kawhi staying healthy. Like, you know, if he can do his thing, then they got a big chance of winning, to be honest.
I mean, this is the first injury nag that he's seen all season. We have not seen the LA Clippers without Kawhi Leonard until this past week. So that, to me, gives the LA Clippers right there, gives them a first round exit. I'm sorry. I give them a first round exit against the Dallas Mavericks and the potential MVP in Luka Doncic now. He is making a case for himself. He is making a case for himself.
He's making the push. I mean, but what's killing me is that you're throwing OKC, who has, played so well. You're just throwing them out, man. You just
I am. It's just they're too young. They don't have the experience. I don't think they can handle the pressure of.
Listen, man. I think the rookie, if they come in and play a team that they can beat easily in the first round, I think that's just going to build their confidence. I think, OKC may be a dangerous team that people aren't expecting to go deep in the playoffs, but I could see them making a good run.
Man, yeah, you're talking about the third best duo in the NBA in Jalen Williams and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander behind Luka, Kyrie, and what you call it over there. But you know what? They are young, but Chet Holmgren's catching a groove right now. Have you guys been watching this young fella? He is catching a groove. He got poked in the eye, busted a blood vessel, and they have pissed him off, man. He is making exceptional defensive plays. I watched him the other night, 2 back-to-back games, and wow, Chet Holmgren is putting on a defensive display. That's what you need in the playoffs. You need some defense, man.
No, I mean, I 100% agree. I've loved Chet Holmgren. The way he's played any other year, like I've said before, he wins Rookie of the Year. There's no question in anybody's mind.
Yeah.
The only reason he's not in the
discussion the alien, is
this
freak.
Of Victor. I mean, that's the only reason he's not even in the discussion right now. And I don't listen.
I saw a stat on blocks between Victor Wembanyama and Giannis Antetokounmpo. 240 some games it took Giannis to get the same amount of blocks that Victor's got right now. I was like, are you kidding me? That is a hell of a stat because you're talking a 2-time defensive player in the year in Giannis, the Greek freak. That's impressive.
Yeah, very impressive.
Listen, I like Victor. I still don't think he's going to be like the face of the NBA like you keep telling me he's going to be. But I love him. He's going to be a great player. He's going to, he's playing for a great coach. I don't know much longer Pop's going to be coaching, though. That's what worries me. Who knows how much longer Pop is going to be actually coaching for the Spurs?
History is going to repeat itself in San Antonio. He may not be the face of the NBA, but he will have the most rings in this class. Once they put this together over there and they get this draft lottery pick, God forbid they get number 1, and then they make a few trades, they've got it set, man. They've got it set. In 2 years, you're going to be talking about this team in the Western Conference Finals.
Wow. Big.
Yes. In 2 years, dude. In 2 years. Yeah, and Donovan Mitchell is wanting out of Cleveland. Let's not forget that. Top all-pro NBA. And if he ends up over there with Victor, they add a piece in the draft and another piece in the offseason. Oh, my God. You're already talking about him next year.
Listen, man.
If that happens. That's a freak scenario.
Can you please talk some sense to this guy?
Hey man, it sounds good to me. I can't lie to you. You put some pieces around. You put some pieces around Wembanyama, the way he's playing. I mean, he's already like what defensive player, like in that conversation.
Yeah, he's in there.
And he's a rookie. It's his first year, so I mean, you put somebody like Donovan Mitchell who can score the ball at like a high clip, along with Wembanyama's defense. He stopped the one on 3 play.
No, they ain't gonna stop.
It was crazy. Like they didn't want to go up for a layup. They passed out to the 3. He ran out like 2 seconds out there and stopped the whole fast break.
I saw that. And 3 guys on 1. They were afraid to shoot the ball. They were afraid to shoot the ball.
They're 20 and 60 still.
Okay, but they're in the NBA.
60.
What's his name? Branham and Socon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did him dirty the whole season.
Yeah, they got to go, man. They got to go. They'll get rid of him. There's a reason why Pop stayed with that lineup without a point guard. It's because of this little lottery pick they do with the ping pong balls. That's why he's done that. He's getting what he wants. I didn't expect for them to finish in the bottom of the basement this year, but they're 2 games sucking dirt water right now. They were tied for that bottom, and then 2 games out now, they're just done. They're going to get a lottery pick without a doubt, and they're going to get a high pick. That's going to be good for them.
When you were telling me that Memphis was going to come down and take the bottom of the barrel in that West, and I'm sorry, sir, you were incorrect, and I guess I was right another time, but it's okay.
Hey, sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while, but Memphis has lost their entire roster. That's why I said that. Anybody with any kind of common sense that says if you lose your entire starting 5, you're screwed. Okay, and that's exactly what I thought was going to happen. But even so, Portland's done the same thing. They're only 1 game ahead of San Antonio, so San Antonio's still in jeopardy of not finishing dead last. So let's be real.
We'll see what happens. But listen, we heard from Alkaline. He said,
"Hey, welcome in, Danny. Welcome in, Todd McMonster."
He said the only two that he thought was going to win was the Nuggets or the Clippers. What about you, Donnie Mac? I haven't heard your choices yet.
As far as the in the West, you can't really go past the Nuggets, man. You're talking about the Joker. This is a guy that's proved night in, night out, eye patch on, looking like a pirate and a cast. It doesn't matter. This guy's coming to play ball, and he's going to brush a triple double if he does not get it.
Yeah,
That's just the Joker.
100%.
If you don't have a guy like that, number one key for them right now, they got Braun, a young guy, just like Brown was for them last year, that lateral type player that can put you up 12 points and play hell of a defense. This guy's taking guys to the rim. I just seen him posterize Rudy Gobert yesterday. That was embarrassing as a 4-time defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert. These are the type of guys that Denver's molding right now. Most importantly, too, Jamal Murray is still healthy. He's looking really, really good.
No, I can say that the Nuggets are, of course, a team that we all expect from the West. That's the team that we all expect.
If it's not going to be Denver, it's going to be Dallas. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, so you're saying Dallas is that sneaky team that can sneak in there. Okay,
I do. I still think
Luka's
this is
playing, and Dallas
and then Kyrie Irving. Oh my God, these guys
I
are
can
playing.
see it. I can be honest. I can see it. The way they put the Heat in their place last night was kind of insane. I watched that game, and they put the Heat in their place in the first 30 minutes. That game was over.
In all aspects of their game, Cody, it's absolutely flabbergasting the way that trade and what they did at the deadline, and now they've meshed those big guys, Gafford and what you call it, right next to him at the power forward. These two big guys in the paint, and with these guys, Luka Doncic out front and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's been ripping steals every game, man. I've been taking him, Luka over on steals, and it's been Kyrie Irving that's been getting the 3 or 4 rips a game. Man, they're playing ball at the right time of the year. I like these guys.
It's a good point. I see Alkaline over there was just shaking his head like, "Nah, you ain't got a
chance." It's just when I think about the West, it's who can take the Nuggets, who can hold Jokic. And that's why I picked the Clippers, because they got size. They have 3 big men that are actually really big.
And Zubac's no slouch.
Yeah.
The Lakers in the bubble, the only reason they won because of Dwight Howard. They had multiple big men that could stop Jokic. That's why I picked the Clippers, because they got the real chance of holding him down, along with the defensive presence of Paul George and Kawhi. They're just a crazy team when they're healthy, of course. If Kawhi is out, then their chances are low. But if they're doing we're gonna act like he's injured, so he don't get actually injured during the season, the last couple games.
Why you gotta bring the Sixers in like that?
Well, that's another team that's making a surge. We're not in the East right now. We're finishing up in the West right now. Give me your top 2, Cody. Who's your top 2 teams? I know you like Denver. Alkaline likes Denver. Alkaline's got LA. I got Dallas and Denver. You got Denver. Who's your second backup team? Who are you looking at, man?
Listen, man. I talked about them a little bit earlier because I was so shocked that we didn't even bring in OKC here. They're all young, OKC. But guess what? Chet Holmgren he's a great defensive center. He can stick on, he's not going to stop. Nobody's going to stop Jokic.
No, nobody.
No, I don't think so.
You're never going to stop him. You can slow him down, but you're not going to stop this guy. This guy is a different animal. He's a different freak. He's out of this planet. Something's wrong with him. I'm telling you, when he can make a pass behind his back without even looking at the rim and put it perfectly on the guy, something's not right, man. This guy has got eyes in the back of his head.
That's what Luka's doing right now.
He's like a monster. I'm telling you. He's a monster from the Looney Tunes Space Jam. I'm telling you.
He's a monster. There you go, monster.
But I like the way OKC plays. OKC is very good at home. I feel like they can win one game. If they win one game in Denver, they could beat them, I feel like. That's the hard part, though, is winning in Denver, man. I can see it. If SGA has a huge game, SGA is he's a different beast. He's had a great season, and I could see him making this run with the young team they have. They all have the energy. They all have the fight. They're ready to go. And I'm telling you, man, everybody keeps counting them out.
Hey,
Don't
welcome
count
in fast,
SGA
Eddie.
out. Just saying.
Hey, Rhett Wilson, let me point this out real quick. Rhett Wilson
Rhett can just go away.
On our Facebook Live. Hey, Cody said, Cody, I'll get you a Gator mug to drink from. Aren't you an FSU fan? He's going to get you a Florida Gators mug. Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's referenced? Right?
Hey, ask him what happened in baseball to Florida State.
There we go. So back to baseball right here, Marshentime. Let me point out that's another seeding that has been decided in the West between OKC and the New Orleans Pelicans, the 3 and 6 seed. Both of those has been decided, and I'll tell you this. I like OKC against New Orleans, but I think New Orleans is going to give them a little push in the first round. That's going to run these young guys down a little bit, and hopefully they don't get banged up.
Well, that hasn't been decided yet because OKC can still take the second seed, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure they can still take away from Minnesota.
No, they're pretty much locked in. The first round's locked in for the Clip.
I'm pretty sure they're the same record right now, man. I'm pretty sure they can still take the second seed. But I'll go on with your thing, just to see. I'm pretty sure they can take.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's 2 games left. You're right. There's 2 games left for each one of them.
That's what I thought. But listen.
Let's see who New Orleans. Hold on. Let me tell you this. 2 games that New Orleans has got, or not New Orleans, but Oklahoma's got left. Let me tell you these 2 games. That's Dallas and the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis. New Orleans got 3 games left. They've got to play Sacramento. They've got to play Golden State, and they've got to play the Lakers. They've got 3 tough ones left too, so that can go either way to support that reckoning there.
No, I mean 100%. And listen, Alkaline, you said that New Orleans could be a sleeper team.
No. I was thinking Minnesota. I mean, with Cat being out, it's kind of like.
If Cat was in, dude, I think T-Wolves have a huge chance.
But that's a sleeper team, though, regardless, just because Ant is a problem. When he dropped his first 50-piece a couple nights ago.
Yeah. Yep.
You can take that into the playoffs.
Quietly, too.
He did problem.
Very well, man. 100%.
Yeah, quietly, very well. And he's been stepping up his game since Karl Anthony Towns has been out, to be honest with you.
Which you call, I'll give you that credit. Give you credit where it's due.
He has stepped up his game, and if it was like that all year, if Karl Anthony Towns wasn't there, they need him to win a championship. Don't get me wrong. That could be a sleeper. They're starting to click. They're playing very well, but they need Karl Anthony Towns to win a championship. That's why they were so good to begin the year. That's why they had the league's #1 defense, okay? But without him all year, Karl Anthony Towns or Anthony Edwards probably would have been in that MVP discussion.
Wow.
I think he would have. I think he's that good. Wait until next year. This kid's that good. He is that good, man.
Okay.
He's putting up feats and stats that only one other person in the history of NBA has done as a guard at his position, and that's Michael Jordan. That's speaking volumes.
That's speaking huge things. Who by the way, is the GOAT, Alkaline Battery.
He is.
We all know who the GOAT is. But Alkaline Battery, we told everybody that you had a different GOAT.
No, it's definitely Kobe.
It's Kobe
for you.
Alkaline is always a Kobe guy.
Without a doubt.
Don't get me wrong. I put Kobe as the closest to Michael Jordan. I put him as the closest.
Does Kobe have at least 3 or 4 more rings if he's still here?
No.
You don't think so?
Nah. He was at the end of his career.
You think so? You think so?
He was definitely at the end of his career, man.
I don't know if LeBron would have joined him over there and brought his crew with him, man. They might have shined on a couple more of them.
Nah, I don't.
But Kobe wasn't that type of player, though. He didn't want no help. He didn't want no help. He never wanted no help.
Nope. Listen, don't get me wrong. Kobe as like an all-time scorer, one of the best. His mental game changed the game still, but MJ was just that guy. If you had a shot on the line, a championship on the line, you wanted MJ to go out there and he was going to score you 60
points. I'm taking Kobe. I'm taking Kobe every day of the week.
I'm sorry. It just ain't happening, buddy. It's not happening, man.
You guys want to go MJ and Kobe, man? I might have to throw the greatest ever in there.
This guy's gonna throw in somebody crazy.
Larry Bird, baby. I'm putting it in his hands, man. I'm putting it in his hands now. That's for the older Caucasian folks that are following us. So
listen,
the
we're
West
doing
has
that.
been
We got
decided.
like Wilt though back here,
Yeah, well, I mean, there is no such thing as a wilt anymore. But back to basketball. Here we go, guys. On the Eastern Conference final. Marshentime, what are you thinking as far as the top seed? Do you think, I mean, Boston has showed me a few things over the past couple of weeks that they've been beaten and somehow should not have been beaten. But who are your top teams, man? Spit us out some names.
Man. Dude, the East is wide open to me. The East is going to be wide open because we all know how Boston and pressure go together. They don't. They crumble. Boston crumbles under pressure. This is going to be a crazy conference to watch. The West a little bit more simple. It's going to be pretty simple. I think that's going to be a lot closer. Games in the East. I don't see Boston making it through the East, man. I really don't. I see them losing somewhere along the line.
Best thing they got going for them right now is probably the number 1 seed. I really don't see them neither. I don't see them going that far neither. I'm with you on that one.
I mean, I think they're going to probably win the first round, maybe the second round. But when the pressure comes to Boston, we've all seen Tatum just fumble. We've all seen, I just don't understand it. Porzingis has been their best player, it seems like, when it's under pressure. We're Al Horford.
Or Al Horford, yeah. The guys that have been there forever. And when they were down to Milwaukee the other night at halftime, I think Tatum come out at half. I'll give him credit for that, but they couldn't finish it. They caught up. They were within 9 or 11 points. They caught up, but they were down by 22 points at one. Going into halftime, he come out at halftime. He only had like 10 or 12 points when he went in at half. He come out and he was shooting 13 for 16 to start the half, which was very good. Caught him back up, but then they crumbled again. And you know what the big difference in that game when I watched it, Marshentime, was Money Man Middleton. He took the point over while Damian Lillard played the wing. Money Man Middleton controlled it. He's looking 100% right now. They get Giannis back in the playoffs. These guys are going to be special.
Listen, we'll see what happens in Game 7 with Doc Rivers. So
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If they get to a 7.
You hear Donnie Mac talking about all this Chris Middleton. Do you see him being that big of an impact for him?
Yes, without a doubt.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think they make it that far.
There's a guy
with just Giannis and Dame.
Dame, yeah.
No, I don't see them going that far. If it's just them, I take Miami Heat. If they get to that,
even after all Miami struggles this year, man, Miami Heat.
I'm taking once it's crunch time for Miami Heat. It's crunch time. They know what's going on.
Okay,
especially like with the young talent they got that they snagged from the what was it the draft. They got a whole bunch to work with.
Oh yeah,
if they stay healthy, though, of course.
They got it was a big one.
Doing well, Jokic.
Yeah.
But the main thing for Miami right now, I think, to support, what Alkaline's saying, the main thing for them right now is they're healthy too, Marshentime. I think you can agree with that. You got Tyler Hero back. You got David Robinson back. I don't know what's going on with Jaime, but he's coming off the bench. He's getting a few minutes here and there. So he's still healthy. So if you need to call on that guy, you have it.
I mean, and
Kevin Love's still healthy too.
Patty Mills even. We brought in Patty Mills. Patty Mills is huge for this team, and
Patty Mills was big. Patty Mills was big, and the big thing, and now that you bring up Patty Mills, did you see how Milwaukee inserted Patrick Beverley into the starting lineup and started playing a hell of a lot different without Giannis? So that's Doc Rivers at work right there. So if they don't make it to a Game 7, which I don't trust him in a Game 7, I'm with you on that. But things like that, coaching like that right there can turn a whole series around. And I think he played his card a little bit too soon. He should have done that in the playoffs.
Wow. Okay. Listen, I still don't see Boston making it. I don't even know if I see the Bucks making it. I'm gonna be honest. this East is wide open to me. I can't make a team's going to win the East because there is no doubt in my mind that there's going to be 2 upsets in this East Conference, maybe 3. I think it's going to be a crazy conference to watch in the playoffs, and I'm ready for the East.
I agree with you. The Celtics aren't making it out.
No, they're not. They're not. I can 100% agree with that. And you're looking at, Miami and Philadelphia going head to head right now.
Listen, man, Philadelphia is going to be a sneaky team with Embiid back. They may be a team that can make a big, huge run. Miami, obviously, we already talked about, can make a huge run. The Knicks, if they were healthy, is there a team
that would be huge? And they got OG back. So that's a little bit different for them. Jalen Brunson's playing like a perennial all-star right now. So
I think he just hit a 52, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He had 61. He had 52. I mean, this dude's just doing it over there for New York. I don't think Julius Randle is as important as OG is. OG offers a lot more than Julius Randle can right now. With Julius Randle, yeah, I love him. But they're another team that's getting healthy. They got Isaiah Hartenstein. He's back. Mitchell Robinson's back. These are 2 big men they need in the paint, like Alkaline said earlier, to compete with Boston in that paint or any big guys in that paint. That's what you're going to need to win an NBA championship. They got 2 keys right there. 2 big keys right there. 3 being OG. And then you got the all-star Jalen Brunson. So, yeah, the East is looking wide open, Marshentime.
Listen, I want to hear Alkaline. Who's going to the finals in the East, man? Who's going
to the finals in the East?
Want to hear it from the guru.
I'm taking the Bucks or the Heat. That's really the only 2. With Chris Middleton being the deciding factor for the Bucks, I got the Bucks and the Heat. Those are the 2 ones that I can't choose between because the Heat, they always come through playoff time. They beat the Bucks when they're in the number 1 seed, and no one expected that to happen, and they did it.
And they beat Boston in 7.
Yeah, they're always slept on. They're always the underdogs, but I think they got it. And the Bucks are the Bucks. And if they're clicking, they're clicking.
Well, here's a scenario for you as we stand right now, Alkaline. The 76ers and the Heat would have to play in that play-in. The winner of that gets the Bucks. The loser of that plays the other play-in, and the winner of that gets the Celtics.
Play the Celtics.
So the Heat, man. The Sixers, and the Bucks are all in that same ring right there, and only one of them's going to make it out alive. Well, 2 possibly could. 2 possibly could.
Yeah, but I mean, they could take out Boston. You never know, man. Anybody can take
out Boston. The Sixers are scary. The Sixers are scary, but I don't see them going to the finals, to be honest. I
just don't see Joel Embiid making it through the playoffs. So
if he makes it through the playoffs right now, this guy at right now, he missed some time, but even when he left and still right now when he's come back, he's got more points than he has minutes on the floor. That's a big deal for a basketball player because they play a lot of minutes. You're talking about 32 and 33, sometimes 40 minutes a game if you go into overtime, and he's got more points than he does minutes on the floor. Marshentime, that's huge. Alkaline, I like Joel Embiid going into these playoffs with Tyrese Maxey back healthy right now. You still got Tobias Harris. These guys are all healthy right now. They're looking playoff form. Again, the East is looking wide open, guys. I don't know where to go with this, but I've got a direction.
Yeah, I got a direction too. One of the teams is going. Listen, my main question though is, can anybody in the East actually beat the Nuggets in the finals?
That's a very good question.
Would it either have to be the Bucks or the Sixers? The Heat they're undersized when it comes to that.
They're definitely undersized against Jokic, and it's just not. It wasn't fair.
And I don't think the Sixers has the depth. Not that the Bucks have. The Bucks get Giannis back. They got depth off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, and that, but to be fair, the last game the Heat and Nuggets played, Bam held Jokic to 13 points.
And Bam's a special player. It's
their type of defense they play. It's like all rotation based. They play some crazy defense. That's the Heat though. They're always hustling.
You know, they haven't been lately. That's what's worrying me about them. They haven't shown me that Miami Heat hustle. But like you said,
that's kind of
Eric
scary.
Spoelstra can whip that team into shape in no time because he is one of the best coaches. And I can see them being ready for the playoffs and playoff Jimmy coming back and being ready to kick some butt.
Especially with Terry Rozier right there.
Yeah,
he's dropping a 30-piece every night.
He's looking good now.
It's gonna be scary Terry hours.
Hero finally hit 30
starting
again.
to mesh. They're healthy. They're starting to mesh. So I wouldn't rule them out from being able to beat Denver. I mean, this is sort of like Miami back in the day against the Dallas Mavericks. You remember when Dirk was there and they got their championship?
Oh, yeah.
This is the same type of scenario you're talking about. Undersized against skill and shooters against, technical players. So this is kind of the same scenario. I can kind of feel that when we're talking about Miami and Denver. But I really think the biggest shot for anybody to beat Denver is going to be Milwaukee. I mean, when you're talking about size, you got Giannis, you got Brook Lopez, you got Money Man Middleton, you got a lot of size and depth coming off the bench. And not only that, there's a big key contributor coming off the bench in defense, and that's Giannis's brother. He's still there, and he plays 10 minutes of hard freaking defense, man. If you ever watch that guy play, he plays hard defense.
To the last second.
To the last second, man. That guy plays. So I think if they're healthy, if the Greek Freak is healthy, I mean, you're talking about 2-time defensive MVP. So if he's healthy, that's what moves that team right there. They could still win, but they can't beat Boston without him. Not in 7.
Ooh, not in 7. Okay. Man, listen, I kind of want to see a Milwaukee-Boston game series go to 7 because no team can win Game 7 in that series. So it's going to be entertaining.
Me too. Boston's been a lot of the Game 7s. So we almost got to kick rocks, guys, to get out of here. But let me ask you one important thing, and I kind of hinted on that earlier. Here's a big question for you. And a lot of people are throwing his name in the hat against the MVP, against the Joker, and that's Luka Doncic. Does he have a real shot at getting the MVP this year, guys?
In my personal opinion, I believe he does, but the league is leaning more towards the Joker. I feel like he does. He's been dropping 50 bombs, 40 bombs consistently. He's been crazy the whole season. No knock on the Joker either, but he's definitely right there with him. And I take Luka honestly over the Joker.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. Luka over the Joker. Marshentime, is he starting to sway your line of thinking here late in the seasons, or do you think the Joker is still, holding his MVP status? Because we've been calling him the MVP for the last 2 months.
Listen, if I had my stop sign, I would throw that alkaline. I don't have my stop sign here ready. I'm sorry, I don't have it here ready. Listen, I love Luka. Luka has been Joker. The closest to the Joker in MVP. He should be the closest one. Luka has proven his game above anybody else, and he does change the game. But listen, man, the Joker is just. He does it day in, day out, every game. I mean, and he doesn't get hurt, it seems like. If he's hurt, he doesn't care. He goes and plays the game.
Right.
Luka's missed quite a few games. Luka has had injuries. And he's taken a back seat sometimes to Kyrie. You never see the Joker take a back step. He never takes a day off. He goes in, he takes that team, and he puts it on his back half the time. He's never the second man on that team, it seems like. He's always the first man. He's always making the plays. And even if he's not, he's doing something to make that play happen. I'm sorry, man. Joker is the MVP. I mean, he's just a different planet. Luka.
Oh, we got a split decision.
Good second, though. Luka's a good second.
Luka's a very good second. He would be second on my ballot. I think he's contending right now for the MVP. Everybody I've been listening to and reading, they've got him on the ballot. It goes Joker, it goes Luka, it goes Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's 100%. The way the ballots are going right now. And I agree that. I agree with that 100%. Jason Tatum makes a couple of ballots, but he's not on a lot of them. He makes a couple of ballots. He's not on. This is going to be tough. I'm glad I don't have to vote for it. Maybe we get a split MVP. I'm taking Luka and the Joker.
This guy. You always take the easy road out. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here with that.
Remember when the NFL did that and they split the MVP? Hey, there we go. We haven't seen that in years. This could be the first year we see that.
Listen. Anything else anybody want to say, talk about before we sign it off and say goodbye to everybody here today?
Just one last thing. Do you think Victor Wembanyama has a shot at Defensive Player of the Year, Marshentime?
No.
There you got it, Alkaline.
We're not doing this.
There you got it, Alkaline. No defensive MVP for the alien and his new shoes, guys. We're out of here.
Donnie Mac, sign us off as always. Buddy.
Hey guys, until Monday night, catch us back here live at 7:30. You'll have Marshentime. You'll have Donnie Mac. Thanks for joining us, Alkaline Who Me. Catch him on Discord. Follow him. Knows a little bit of basketball. But until next time, this is 86 Street Sports Buzz Podcast. Peace out.